week ago, I almost died. I was in Park Slope. It was a beautiful morning. Sun was shining. It was an incredible day. And somehow I felt this mist, like a spray, like in my eyes, like lemon juice, and it stung like crazy. And I said to my friend, God, my eyes are stinging. And she said, well, go to the bathroom and wash your eyes out with some water. And so I did that, and I could feel how numb my eyes were, how swollen they were already in just seconds. Sat back down on the bed, and I leaned back, and I had double vision. I was looking above me at the ceiling fan, and I could see my right arm was floating, my left arm was sort of heavy. I was seeing complete double vision. And I said to her, I think I'm dying. I think I'm having a stroke. And of course she didn't understand. She was like, what's going on? And she called another friend, and he didn't know what to do either. And I said, call 911 now. Finally, eventually, the dispatcher came. They were only 2 minutes away by some miracle. And I told them, my eyes are stinging, I'm nauseous, I'm dizzy, I think I'm having a stroke. And they came. And the EMTs, one was a small young woman, and I'm 245 pounds, so I'm heavy. And by this time I'm vomiting, I'm dry heaving, and barely able to speak. I'm just, they got me down the stairs by some miracle, kerklunk, 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 3 stories. And we get to they try to get me up into the ambulance, and they can't get me up. So finally I step up and I get in, and I lie down on the stretcher, and I say, let's go. We arrive at the hospital. The doctor comes, he had these blue eyes, and he said, I'll never forget, you're in the window. And I said, window? What window? And he said, there's a new drug. It's called TMK. I'm sure I'll butcher this, but it's called tenecteplase. And you have to get it as soon as you get to the hospital, and as soon as they can run the test. But there are risks. There are internal bleeding. You can bleed out in 12 hours. And I said, let's do it. And then he said, and something I'll never forget, you are 9 minutes away from dying. 9 minutes. 9. And a week later, here I am talking to you. I'm alive, and I'm launching this podcast. Welcome to 9 Minutes. The show is about stroke, survival, recovery, and the decisions that define our lives. I'm your host, Josh Karch, and I'll be chronicling my journey back to health, mind, body, and soul. Today's episode is called Time is Brain, a stroke survivor story. Because every minute you wait during a stroke, your brain loses 1.9 million neurons. So time is brain. If you take nothing away from this episode, remember this: know the signs. Use the acronym FAST. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech slurred. Time to call 911. Don't hesitate. Don't wait. worry about being embarrassed. Advocate for yourself. I had to speak through double vision and vomiting. I had to demand help. And because I did, I lived. Something about, a word about TMK. Tenecteplase was approved for stroke treatment in the U.S. on March 5th, 2024, and it's genetically modified clot-busting drug, more targeted than the older TPA, faster to administer, fewer side effects, but only effective in that short window. This drug, that decision, that ER doctor saved my life. A tool that's helping me recover, I've already started using it. It's called Peak app, P-A-K. As I begin my road to recovery, I found tremendous value in a mobile app called Peak. It's a cognitive training app designed to improve memory, focus, problem solving, exactly what stroke patients need to rewire and rebuild. It's not a miracle cure, but it's part of the solution, a tool you can use daily to measure your mind and strengthen your recovery. Check it out. Search Peak in the App Store or Google Play. Where we're headed. In upcoming episodes, I'll talk about my physical rehab, mental struggles, and emotional struggles, emotional breakthroughs, I hope, and how to talk to doctors, how to listen to your body, and stories from other survivors. Easy for me to say. We'll all laugh, we'll cry, and we'll recover together. I'm alive because I acted fast, because someone knew what the window meant, because TMK was available, because I didn't give up, even when my body was shutting down. This is just the beginning. Thank you so much for listening to 9 Minutes. I'll get better at this. Subscribe. Share this with someone you love. And remember, you're never more alive than the moment you fight for your life. I'm Josh Karch, and this was my beginning again.